The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Cannot get enough of that intro. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. Of course, I'm your main man, Ruben, taking you on a trip to all the craziness that we have for this world and all the craziness that we get into. And of course, making his triumphant return, the man on the ones and twos, my boy AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Man, where you been, dog?
Man, I've been working. I've been working harder than a Donna Summer song player.
Oh my God. Really?
Yes.
Man. Working for the weekend or just working? Uh-oh. Is that the beat in the background? I hear that. So man, I'm glad you're back, bro. We've been missing you the last couple of weeks, man. We've been missing your beautiful insight. AG, what is going on? Oh, technical difficulties, which means that AG is going to come back and come back and see us. Wow. Moco Cowboy, what's going on? What's up with that blurred background? I decided I just didn't want y'all to see the back of my back. That's pretty much it, I guess. Hey, there's AG.
That went. My computer don't want to act foolish.
Hey man, they're talking about the fancy blurred background.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that.
I mean, I was just like, I can let everybody see this mess or not. So I just chose not to let everybody see this mess.
But they've already seen it for weeks.
I know, man, but each week is a different piece of mess. So I decided I didn't want to add to it. Let's just shade it on the background. Wax on, wax off, baby.
Why don't you just have less of a mess?
Well, it's not really a mess back there. It's just, I just felt like I don't need everybody to see where I be laying my head at.
You've been letting everybody see that for weeks.
I know, but I decided to change it.
But they've already seen it.
Some people haven't. The new people haven't seen it. So I don't want to introduce them to such craziness, in their life because
I'm sure
nobody needs that.
I'm sure the people that have seen it are telling the people that haven't seen it, yo, that dude got a mess back there, bro.
I mean, it's not a mess, man. It's just a bed. And it's fixed,
that?
by the way.
Are you sure about that?
Get off me, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, it's a blur. You might be lying.
I mean, I guess that's up for you to decide then.
Well, I decided you're lying. How about that?
Well, guess what? You're wrong. Guess Griffin.
Oh man.
AG is here bro. AG is here to save the show.
Hey, you make it too easy sometimes, man.
I mean, am I really making it too easy, or I'm just setting up a trap for you?
No, you're making it too easy. There's no trap.
I mean, hey, as long as you think that, then everything's working out properly.
Hey, man. Yeah, and you know what? I've been gone for a couple weeks now. I'm glad to be back. I want to shout out to my cousin Karen. She's one of my faves of all time. Whether she's my cousin or not, had her 50th birthday yesterday, or not yesterday, but last week. Yep. And it was a soiree. It wasn't a party.
It was.
It was a soiree.
I held it down for everybody, south of, Manassas, because clearly I was the only one there south of Manassas, I guess. But hey, it's whatever. I held things down for the cousins.
Appreciate you.
I mean, I do what I can, bro. I do what I can. I reach out.
Working like a Hebrew slave.
I mean, hey man, working like a whore at a gentleman's establishment.
Really?
I mean, you could be. I don't really know. But
Hey,
you the
man,
man who be working.
I don't think I'd be a good hoe. I don't know if I'd be a good hoe or not.
Why? Because you have feelings.
Well, you're not wrong about that. Now I'm sitting here thinking about that's a pretty good point, man.
I mean, I'm just being real, man. Like, I'm not saying, first of all, what I'm not saying is hoes don't have feelings. Because I believe hoes do have feelings. However, there's a certain amount of feelings that you can have in order to just do what you want to do like that. Because you gotta not care about some shit.
That's true.
I mean, and if you care about everything, that's kind of it'll make it difficult for you to be a hoe. So
basically what you're saying is what you already said. An effective hoe doesn't care about anything.
I didn't say not care about anything. I'm saying not care as much about certain things.
I can't believe we're talking about how to be an effective hoe.
I mean, what was it, Velvet Jones?
That's what I was getting ready to say. How to be a hoe.
By Velvet Jones.
Now you got to say it right. By Velvet Jones.
That's right, baby.
The V's are B's.
That's true. True that. Man, today I caught up on my P Valley. I was excited. Yo, man, this season of P Valley is good, but it's taking it to a dark place, man.
Well, the whole show's dark, man.
Well,
the entire show is dark.
I mean, yes and no.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's some daylight scenes, but obviously most of it's shot in some of it's shot in a gentleman's club, which is notoriously without light, a lot of light. But nah, man, I'm just saying, like, yo, man, like first season, it was a whole bunch of tricks and stuff and pole dancing, and which is awesome. This season has been a lot more serious stuff, like suicide and like women getting beat and stuff. Like, whoa, man, I didn't tune in for this shit. Like,
so you tuned in for the porn part?
No, it's not porn. It's athleticism.
And I'm messing with you, man. But did you just say porn was athleticism?
No, I said I tune in for the athleticism.
So like skeeting is athleticism, bro?
No, really? No. Holding yourself up on a pole with just your thighs and doing crazy stuff like surfboards, that's athleticism.
Okay. Dre from VA, Ruben sent Moby on a field assignment to examine the borders to keep them safe.
Why are you telling all my business, man? I'm saying, Dre, if I wanted to say and let everybody know what he was, I would have done so. Stop it. But
you just banished him like that? That's cold.
I mean, cause man, there's a time where we just got to shut up, man. We can't be telling everybody business. I mean, you see, I didn't tell you where you were. I asked you where you were. If you'd have told me you were somewhere in Zimbabwe or something, I'd have been like, good. I hope those zebras were good for you. But I didn't sit here and be like, yo, man, AG be in Zimbabwe the last couple of weeks. Because what if you weren't in Zimbabwe and your wife found out thought you was in Zimbabwe, but you were under something that you shouldn't have been under, and I just messed everything up for you? That's kind of foul.
First of all, I'm not going to be up under anything I'm not supposed to be up
under. I'm not saying that you are, but here's the thing. We've talked about this before, man. Friendships work best when there's plausible deniability involved.
You're not wrong. I don't know
because, what exactly. I can't lie. I can't sit here and say, and make up something. I could be like, I don't know, because last time I heard, he was at a family barbecue. Like where Mo be at. Far as I know, he's at a family barbecue. I don't know. And if I did know, I'm not telling the world that.
It's like it worked when somebody take an hour break. I don't know, you in the bathroom.
I know, right? and we know his significant other be watching the show. So why am I gonna put him out on Front Street? Because I'm assuming she is. I do not know. But hey, it's one of those things where if he not, and I say where he at because he told me where he at. Nah, bro. I will not be the reason why bad stuff happened.
Okay.
We not gonna not be friends because I talk too damn much. No, we not gonna be friends because you doing that dirt and I ain't know about it. So that's all I'm saying. Damn.
I can always count on Ruben to let me do my dirt and don't tell nobody.
Man, all day.
All day.
Man, you can go dig up whatever you want to dig up. As far as I know, you was working. You had a family bug. I don't know the hell you at. And you know when it's all said and done, and if you tell me you boo boo fool, so hey, how do you keep your secret safe? Don't tell nobody. Plausible deniability. That is why. That is why women get in more trouble than men. And then when a man gets in trouble, that's because he couldn't keep his dumb shit to himself. The less you know, the better. What they say?
Ignorance is bliss.
I mean, what NBC? The more you know, hell no. The less you know.
The more you know.
The less you know. The less you know keeps you alive longer.
What Dre from VA is saying, you're sitting there confessing that you did send Moby to the front lines of the Georgia.
I mean, I might have said that, but maybe I'm lying.
We'll never know, right?
Yeah. Because maybe he told his significant other, "Well, he went to the store, baby. What was it in Harlem Nights? I ain't coming home, baby.
Oh man,
see you later." I mean,
that is the funniest line in that entire
great.
movie. Hey, put your mom on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't coming back. No, I ain't coming home no more. Click.
What did Della Reese say about the girl's vagina? Her what is it? Her pussy so good that it goes over air sun or something. It looks like sunshine, some craziness. Yo, I don't want nothing near that because that makes a dude leave his family.
Well, that's your new family, sunshine.
Man, I don't want that. You can have that.
I mean, if you marry Sunshine, then you can't call Sunshine and tell her you ain't coming home no more.
I mean, that's true, man, but I'll be broke.
You're gonna be broke anyway.
I mean, that's
even
true,
if you don't marry, you can marry Nightmare and still be broke.
Hey, man. First of all, I ain't married a damn Nightmare. that ain't happening.
Some of us have.
I mean, you're not talking about yourself though, right?
Oh my goodness, no.
Oh, I'm just making sure I'm trying to clear you.
I'm just saying.
You said that like you might be talking about somebody important, and I'm just trying to make sure you not.
No, I have dated a Nightmare, but I ain't married to her.
Well, that's good because people
talk
talk about
Freddy Krueger, man. Good gravy.
Oh Jesus, she had the nails and everything.
Oh my God.
Woo. She had the teeth.
She had a lot of things that weren't pleasant.
But you dated her.
I know.
Why'd you do that to yourself?
Because I'm a human being and I'm stupid.
I mean, okay. I didn't know if you were just a test subject for some shit.
Oh my, no.
Just making sure, man. Just making sure.
No, it was just stupid. No one paid me for that.
And that's a good thing. Because if somebody paid you for it, then you earned everything you got. Because that's just dumb. Talk about dumb. Let's get into some crazy world. Speaking of
plenty to talk about.
Speaking of those people in Florida. So literally a couple weeks ago, Florida man tries to flee deputies on a riding lawnmower.
Where is Moby when you need him?
Bro.
What?
When I saw that article, I was like, I try hard, man. I try hard to just ignore it.
How do you can't ignore that?
I know.
That's the only thing worse than that is the lady who tried to escape on the suitcase.
Actually, at least that was kind of cool because that suitcase was moving like 10, 12, 15 miles an hour. I kind of want some shit like that because
I really do. That was kind of cool. I really do.
But a riding lawnmower dog, even souped up, they only going like 25 miles an hour, maybe 30. Even souped up. And he pulled up the thing from the bottom up. So the Okaloosa, they have a place called Okaloosa.
Well, it's an Indian name.
Huh?
It's an Indian name, and Florida's full of that.
Yep. The Okaloosa County Sheriff Officer was trying to serve arrest warrants on the 40-year-old man and found him on the mower in the backyard. They shouted at him to stop and get on the ground when he tried to escape on the mower. Deputies chased him on foot.
Can you even get through the story? You can't even get through the story.
Bro, how old is this damn mower, man? Like real mowers go at least 10, 15 miles an hour. Like normal.
That's asking a lot. We had to figure out what kind of mower it was. If it was a commercial one, maybe. They don't go that fast.
Bro.
Now
Even
CB had one that was one of those like really nice ones. Those were pretty fast. But
Bro.
the ones that like normal people have.
All right. So 5 miles per hour. Can you run 5 miles per hour, AG?
No.
Once again, it goes at least 5 miles per hour.
I look like
they caught
look
this
like
dude on foot.
Exactly.
Foot. Yeah.
I'm just saying those lawnmowers ain't trying to go nowhere, man.
So they chased him on foot. Then they used a taser. When he was finally caught, the deputies found him with a revolver, a handcuff key, and a pipe with some drug residue.
Wait a minute. Why does he have a handcuff key?
Because he.
Why do you have a revolver if you're cutting the grass? You have an answer,
man. Just because he might, as Mo B would say, maybe he was preparing to pull out one of them things.
For what? You're cutting the grass.
Right. Apparently, people roll up on him. He got to make sure he's good.
So he has no peace at all. This dude got to have a revolver. He got to be packing while he doing lawn work.
Bruh. I don't know. But the handcuff key, because he knew he was going to get caught. So he's like, Tia Leone and Bad Boys. This will be the last time they handcuff me.
You quote the movie that's 21 years old. What are you doing?
Bro, that they've showing the Bad Boys trilogy like literally almost every other day.
Because they're gearing up for the fourth one they're making.
I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. Well, it got shut down for a little bit because
and for a little bit, but that's over with now.
Well, yeah, but it's still shut down until Will Smith, he's still smacking people. So
well, I'm just saying that Martin Lawrence was like, this is happening.
Well, it's gonna happen. It's just gotta wait till the Will Smith stuff calm down, man. You can't be just smacking dudes on TV and expect to go back to work tomorrow.
Man, everybody forgot about that. Will Smith ain't canceled.
Man, they're calling it getting Chris rocked, man. Stop.
So?
Yeah, there. So he's facing charges of grand theft of a vehicle.
What vehicle did he steal? They talking about the lawnmower.
The lawnmower.
But it's his. How can it be grand theft of a?
Maybe it won't his.
You know what? This
felony criminal mischief, 2 counts of resisting an officer, possession of a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, carrying a concealed handcuff key. Bro, there is a law of carrying a concealed handcuff key.
That makes sense. Because then that means when you get arrested, you can get out of handcuffs, man.
So basically, you saying if you get arrested for doing that dirty shit at your house, and you happen to have a handcuff key, you can get a ticket for that?
Yes. I mean, they just passed a law saying that you couldn't sue the city or sue the cops if they didn't or get off otherwise, if they don't read you your rights.
They don't have an open carry of a handcuff key. I don't know.
They can write a law for anything, bro. You can write a law for anything.
No, Moco Cowboy has to have an open carry for a handcuff key. I mean,
you know what?
This is Florida.
Open carry.
Maybe he didn't get his permit for the.
Wait a minute. This is the same state that has a law that says if you pull out a gun, you got to use it.
Yes.
Or you're gonna get a fine.
Yeah.
This is the same state.
That's why he didn't pull it out.
But it's a felony if you have a handcuff key. A concealed handcuff key. Where is Moby?
That means if he had a necklace with the key on it, will he not get arrested?
No, because it's not concealed.
He does some dumb shit. Man, I can't make this Florida shit up, man. And this is like the 4th paragraph. I mean, there's still more to go. Like, he also got arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia, felony failure.
All of this on a lawnmower?
What is a felony failure?
I don't know.
And other counts that they didn't even mention. Bruh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus, all because he got pulled over on a lawnmower that he got chased down for, and they tased his ass on it. But they were trying to serve warrants on him anyway.
Well, I think that's what the felony failure is. He didn't appear in court. for the other stuff.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. People sit here and say like stuff about the show, but what you cannot say is we don't teach shit. we teach you that you can get arrested for carrying a concealed handcuff key, bro. I'm learning new shit every show.
Hey, man. Yeah, Dre from VA, he said something that Lauren was telling me about. Arizona passed a new law where people have to stay at least 8 feet back when recording a police officer's interactions with civilians. I don't know what 8 feet back is going to matter because usually people are recording them 8 feet back to start with, but you still getting recorded. You still getting on the gram shooting black and brown people. So what's the difference?
So here's the problem with that, man. So what happens if the cop breaks the 8 feet? You got to put your phone down.
Apparently, or you can just keep backing up and keep the 8 feet barrier.
Unless they are 100% required to carry body cameras, and if something happens, if like their body camera to work and they get in trouble for it, that's some old bullshit right there.
Well,
but
isn't it all? Just saying.
Yeah. But yeah, man. As Mo B would normally say, we gotta protect our borders. Keep that Florida shit in Florida. We gotta protect our borders, man.
I do want to say this because it's like in Moby's absence, he has warned you not to talk about Florida stuff.
Bro, I couldn't turn this down.
You continue to turn
this shit down. It's not like he ain't gonna be on the show next week either. So it's 2 weeks, man. Whatever.
I mean, the man asked you, hey, you felt like his job was threatened, man. What you doing?
So hold on, man. So are you saying I shouldn't have talked about this?
But per his wishes, yes. That's what I'm saying.
But this shit was funny. I couldn't turn this shit down. My bad, Moby. When you try to get away on a lawnmower and you get paid, bro, we talking about that shit.
And you get arrested for having a concealed handcuff key.
We talking about that. Sorry, I'm kind of sorry.
See, he's going to Demi Lovato to do. Are you serious?
Bro? Hey, look, it's all about the people, baby. The people want to hear this shit. So I need to educate them.
So you give the people what they want?
Damn straight, all the time. Well, most of the time. Because some people ain't never getting what they want. But yeah, man. So one more real quick. This is awesome. So how do I start this? California woman fakes cancer, forges note to avoid prison.
Okay, first of all, how do you avoid prison but just by saying you have cancer? Don't they just
That's a very good question.
Don't they just put you in the infirmary while you're in jail?
How about
or handcuff you to the bed or whatever?
How about can we just verify this chick's got cancer?
Why do you need to verify it if you still got handcuffs on her? You taking her to jail? She's going to jail.
Well, for this year's.
You know what?
She said a 38-year-old California woman for embezzlement claimed that a biopsy revealed she has cancerous cells in her uterus.
How do you make? And you never mind.
Another note indicated she was undergoing a surgical procedure and her cancer had spread to the cervix. Another letter warned that she cannot be exposed to COVID-19 because of her fragile state. So the federal officials say the notes in the cast were all fake. And Ashley Lynn Chavez is headed to prison for 3 times as long. Yo. You woke up this morning. I ain't going to jail, man. I got to figure this out. Oh, I could tell them I got cancer. Nobody would do anything bad if people got cancer. Maybe one day you had to prove that shit. Just saying. Yeah, they added an additional 2 years to her initial 1-year prison sentence.
So all she had to do was a year?
Hold on. I'm getting there.
Okay.
The fake claim of having cancer kept her on a bond from the time from her guilty plea in 2019 for embezzling more than $160,000 from her former employer through her sentencing hearing on March 31st, 2021. The notes bought her additional 3 months of freedom. by the judge who believed she was getting medical treatment. I mean, I guess nobody checked this out. All told, she was able to avoid being locked up for 6 months. Hey, if she had been locked up for 6 months, she'd be halfway through her bid.
That's what I was going to say. You're halfway done, and never mind. Now you got 3 years instead of 1.
She was terrified about being separated from her newborn son. Well, you probably shouldn't have stolen that money.
Whoa.
The notes also claimed she was too ill to work and couldn't make restitution payments to her former employer. That's because you blew all the money.
Well, usually when people embezzle, they blow all the money.
Yeah. So, 2 different attorneys hired by Chavez believed the notes were authentic and submitted them to court.
So the lawyers didn't do due diligence either?
No. But August 21, the notes forwarded by Chavez were asked the court to permit her to serve time in home confinement. In one forged note attributed to an oncologist, Chavez wrote that, quote, "a year in prison could be the death sentence for my patient," unquote. Yeah.
So what's going to happen to the lawyers is there some punishment for them?
I don't know.
Man. You ought to get disbarred for being stupid.
Federal authorities contacted the doctors named their letters, who of course denied writing them. Cause shit, even if I did write it, denied. You ain't give me confidence bullshit, and you can't prove it. Hell no, I ain't write this shit. I ain't telling that shit.
Even though you did write it.
Yeah, I ain't telling shit. I ain't write it. Hell to the no. And so, yeah, man. So now she gets to spend 3 years instead of 1 year in jail.
That's funny.
I've seen handicapped people with defibrillators, and so much more go to jail. Forging a doctor's note is a felony. Yep. And those lawyers aren't going to be put on probation and are going to be put on probation, have to retake the bar exam.
Something's got to happen to them because you're turning into the court false documents. That's got to be an offense.
Well, the biggest problem is they didn't verify it. You got cancer. Like, I don't mean no harm or no disrespect or anything, but hey, AG, if somebody's got cancer, there's some type of record of that, in a hospital.
Absolutely. A doctor told you have cancer, so can I have a doctor's note at least?
Yeah. But, she did have doctor's notes, just not written by them.
Well, at least she had a note.
I mean, yeah, she had a note about, not going to school the next day. So instead of doing 1 year, you will now do 3. And time served, you ain't served no damn time. So you'll be 3 when you see your kid, 3.5 when you see your kid. Have a great day.
Best she can do now is good behavior and be in there 1.5 years. That's
if she's lucky.
Yeah, well,
if they give her that ability, I wouldn't give a shit.
I don't think they can take that away from you, but
I think they can. They can do what the hell they want to do.
Well, she hadn't done anything to deserve that yet.
She lied to the court like 5 times.
Well, that's why she got the 2 additional years.
Yeah, serve it out. Sit us out at home. Bitch, it's called jail.
Is that what it's called?
Jail. They call it that. Jail is not to be home. Home and jail are 2 different things.
Well, to some people.
But here's the funny part, right? 6 months, right? Good behavior would have got her out 9. Yeah. Maybe even 6.
Yeah, because I thought for every day you were good, you got a day. That's what I thought.
I mean, you act like I know something about the jail system.
Well, I
don't know how this shit works.
Never mind.
Did she Bing or Google random doctor's name? No, she did. I don't know if she did. They didn't name the doctors, but they checked on the doctors and they said they didn't write it as well as they should say they didn't write it. Whether they wrote it or not, they damn sure should say that they did.
That's what I was going to say, even if they did.
Hey, the rule is deny. If you can't prove it, if you ain't got a picture of me there writing it, with R. Kelly's grandma watching me write the video.
Why you gotta bring up R. Kelly, man?
I mean, the dude finally got 30 years.
I mean, well, what that have to do with what we talking about? Why you gotta bring up R. Kelly? R. Kelly's grandma, she ain't do nothing. Maybe.
Hey, I mean, you don't know what she did.
That's what I'm saying. I said maybe.
I mean, that's what Dave Chappelle said. You know, she was taking pictures of it.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, man. I mean, look, bro. I got one more, but you don't want that, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to you. Some rise and shine, brother. But if you want it, I'll give it to you.
I have a feeling it's gonna come up again.
No, it's up to you. It's completely up to you.
Nah, it's good. It's good. We're gonna do a rise and shine. We've had enough craziness, and you got some good ones. Those pretty good ones. But that lawnmower with the concealed key.
Oh my God, it's the cops! I gotta get away. And they ran him down. I'm telling you, man, lawnmowers 5 miles per hour. Normal people can't run 5 miles per hour.
I'm just saying. Well,
and imagine cops in full body armor with all that crap on. That means that lawnmower was going like 2 miles per hour. And he was probably a terrible driver. And they tased him. So they had to get close enough to tase him.
Yeah.
And their accuracy must have been nice.
See, you didn't say nothing about the tasing. I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah, I did say they tased him. Yeah. But once again, you're on a riding lawnmower. And they ran you down.
Yes.
Bruh, a taser is what? 15 feet max, baby? That's crazy.
It's all good, man. I'm just trying to figure out this whole concealed key,
bruh,
for handcuffs law. And you can't have it, so you can wear it on a necklace, but if you put it in your pocket, you're going to jail.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, man, in the movie Colors, they shot the dude in the ass because he tried to grab his pants.
Well, can't be grabbing your pants.
I mean, they wanted him to get up and go to jail, but he was knee deep in some. So he was like, "Yo, can I grab my pants?" And they shot him in the ass and killed him. I mean, I don't know.
They shot him more in his ass, but yeah.
But dude, that's messed up.
It kind of is.
Mm-hmm. Rise and shine, my brother. Talk to us. Talk to us.
I want to talk today about Roe v. Wade, and not really Roe v. Wade for Roe v. Wade's sake. But it's the crown jewel in a crown of civil liberties and civil rights that are in one spot, and that spot is the 14th Amendment. The way it's structured, it gave especially black people, we became one whole person as opposed to 3/5 of a person. And the way it's set up, it allows you to argue what you have the right to do as a human being in this country based on how the country was structured. This is going to be short. This is not going to be something that's drawn out because you really need to read it and understand how strong it is and understand how frail it is. Because the Supreme Court, if they given any kind of argument that reaches them, they can use that to review anything that's in it. So that will affect, as you already know, they own that pussy. That vagina does not belong to you any longer. It belongs to Uncle Sam.
That's hilarious, right? That you said that.
Well, that's what's going on.
I'm just saying that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that shit's funny.
Well,
because if I say that, I get yelled at. But you're saying it in a historical sense, which completely made all the sense in the world. It was just funny that you use that terminology instead of the other. That's why I was laughing. I'm sorry. Continue.
I just felt that way. Maybe I was channeling my inner Moby. Anyway, but they own you in a way in which I don't think anybody should own anyone. In fact, anyone shouldn't own anyone. But they do by the policy that's written and the way it's written. If you make certain decisions about your health due to your vagina, you could go to jail. So one small argument reaches the Supreme Court. They use that to review everything that's in Roe v. Wade. They turn it over, and all of a sudden your life is changed instantly. So for you as a woman, you live in a different country. You don't even know where this place is. My particular relationship with my wife, I'm sure that people that listen to this show on a regular basis understands that I'm married to a white woman. Whether you like it or not is immaterial, but I am married to a white woman.
She cool.
I'm sorry?
I said she cool.
She's very cool. Like ice cold. But my relationship with my wife used to be just my relationship with my wife. It is what it is. And, you move on with your life and everything's dandy. Or at least for me it is, because she's smoking hot. I mean, she's a smokehouse, bro. I get that. But what a lot of people that are married to black people or white people that are married to white people don't understand is if someone brings the right argument, a small kind of like boil type argument that kind of burrows under the skin, but doesn't really bother you, but it gets to the Supreme Court somehow, they can use that to overturn Loving versus Virginia, which allowed white people to be married to black people in particular. I don't know if that would migrate to brown people being married to white people or whatever it is. But what I'm telling you is in the 14th Amendment, it's structured in a way in which allowed that argument to be argued, which led to that ruling. And so if another argument comes along with the way the court is set up now, it could very well be turned over. Then I got to move to Canada. I like Canada. I didn't think I'd try to be a citizen one day.
Hey.
Exactly. I mean, I'm going to have to trade in Starbucks for Tim Hortons, bro. And that very well could be true. Now, I know it seems like hyperbole, but like 3 or 4 weeks ago, you thought Roe v. Wade being turned over it sounded like hyperbole. That shit's real. If your wife is gonna die and it's between her and a baby, there is no decision for you to make, sir. There's no need for them to bring you any paperwork at all. They're going to say, we're going to get this baby and your wife's going to die, period. Get her affairs together because she's not going to come out of this room alive. Because they've made that decision for you. They made that decision for her, even though she knocked out. And everything else, voting rights, which really voting rights has come under a very overt and public, attack. They are letting you know they are trying to change the rules so black people can't affect any change at all. And they're doing it in a way of which poor rural white folks are going to be affected too. But I guess sacrifices must be made. And it's ironic that they're doing this because they think the propagation of black people in certain areas is going to change everything. Because really, Roe v. Wade only exists because they was so afraid that white women weren't having enough babies that black people were going to take over the world. Do your research. It's true. So again, not meaning to be very long-winded about this, but look at the 14th Amendment, try to find something that will tell you in layman's terms how it's structured and how it led to a lot of things that we take for granted at this point. And then think about how a small argument given to the Supreme Court that's ready to pounce on anything that they don't like to start with can use a small thing and turn your life around to the point to where you might not be able to live in this country anymore. Or you might go to jail because you're trying to save your life. Or you're trying to be married to your girlfriend when you're a girl and that ain't going to fly because they have two counter bills that are waiting to go to the Senate to make sure that I can stay married to my wife and a wife can be a wife to a wife and a husband can be a husband to a husband. So don't play around with this stuff. I told you like 6 weeks ago, Roe v. Wade and all that stuff is just a gateway ruling. So they have the juice to do anything they want to do. Because again, Roe v. Wade, as far as I'm concerned, is a crown jewel. And all of it's in one tight spot. So if they can amend the 14th Amendment, make it null and void, it's game over for a lot of people that are black and brown or a lot of white allies out there. And that is the rise and shine.
Thank you, AG.
I see Clayton Bigsby. Oh my God. Yo, your boy Clayton Bigsby's on the Supreme Court will turn over Loving when he's trying to dump his wife and avoid alimony.
Oh my God.
But we already got a Clayton Bigsby. He can see though. His name's Clarence Thomas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love how conspicuously he left that out when he said what he said. I was like, dude, they ain't gonna give your nigga ass a pass. They gonna come get your jigging ass too. You gonna be living down the street from me in Canada. If you think they gonna let you marry that white woman, come on, man. Ain't
Who
enough
said-
tap dancing in the world gonna keep you in this country.
Who says he doesn't have a place in Canada already?
No, I don't think he does. I think he's bet the farm on this whole thing. Because Clarence Thomas don't think he black. He does not think that he is going to be touched by this. He think he gonna live in this country and married to this white lady and everything will be cool. That's some old bullshit. He gonna be okay. I'm telling you, he gonna be living next door to me.
Oh my God. Well, I guess we about to find out.
Yes, we are. I'm telling you, next 5 years is gonna be important, buddy.
It's
Y'all
gonna
need to go vote.
You know, it is so interesting how everybody comes out to vote for the president. How about everybody come out to vote for the Congress people? Because let's be honest, if there was one less Republican and one more Democrat in the Senate,
Wouldn't be having this conversation.
this conversation wouldn't be happening. And there'd be a whole lot of stuff passing. Because as we know, the Democrats own the House, and there's a push on the Senate. But you know, you got a couple people just like, we don't like the filibuster, and I'm just like, I need for you to get your non-filibustering ass out of there. You know, because when it's all said and done, if it was the other way around, filibusters all day.
Truth.
Because if you don't think Mitch McConnell would have did that shit, if he was the one in power, bitch, please.
Man, his turtle ass be talking like a dog on Jimmy Stewart movie. I'm just saying, all night he got a dictionary and started reading the words.
Bro, he would have did that shit the day after everybody got sworn in. Maybe
True.
the same damn day.
Truth.
All right, let's go ahead and filibuster this shit out.
Exactly.
You will get nothing, and we will take everything, and all y'all can suck my old ass dick. So, yeah, man, that's the guy. So appreciate you, man. Thank you for that ride, Sean. So question of the day.
Very good, by the way. Very good. This is right up my alley, bro. You nailed it, man. Last month or so, I'm like, Robin.
All right, everybody, get ready. This question of the day is awesome. So you might want to get your pencil and paper because we're gonna be writing some stuff down. Well, you be writing some stuff down. Me, I'm gonna read it. So it's very simple. Rank these in order of importance for your relationship. Not anybody else's, but for yours. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1 is the most important thing. Number 4 is the least out of those 4. So rank these in order of importance for your relationship. The ability to cook. The ability to talk to each other. Making love to each other. And enjoying each other's company. I'm going to repeat that again. Rank them 1 to 4. 1 is most important. 4 is least important. Out of these 4. Ability to cook. Ability to talk to each other. Making love. And enjoying each other's company. Now, once again, in your relationship with your significant other, what is in those 4 from 4 to 1? What's more important? Number 1 is the most important. Number 4 is the least. AG, you know I got to start with you, brother.
Well, actually, I'm the only one here, so.
I mean, that's very true. But I got one. I got a list too. So.
Well, I know, but as far as other than you, I'm the only.
Yeah. And people, if you're listening, hey, I want you to push your list on the screen because, there we go. Dre waste no time. So, AG, what you got for me? Number 4. Let's start at the bottom. The least important. Number 4.
Least important. Actually, the funny thing, the least important is cooking. Because my mama was like, you need to have something to offer, and you ain't gonna be running around here waiting on some woman to cook for you. So you gonna learn how to boil these hot dogs.
All right.
Okay. So that's the least important one because I can cook. Mom made sure I could do all the domestic things, so I don't look for a woman quite that way.
All right.
And then
number 3.
Making love would be 3.
Okay.
Because the ability, the enjoying each other's company, which is 2, and ability to talk to each other is number 1. Make the love making happen to start with, because I can't stand anybody. I'm not going to be butt naked with you, nasty with you, and licking all on you if the first 2 don't exist, because it's a turnoff and it makes an awful relationship. And if you have somebody you can't talk to, you're not in a relationship. And if you're a dude, you just spending money on somebody. That's what you're doing. If I want to do that, I'll go to a strip club. For real. Come on, man. You spend thousands of dollars on a woman to stay married to her and you can't talk. How about you go to a strip club and at least you're getting something in return? Because I don't care what women say. Their relationship with me from us is transactional too. It starts out with me buying that wedding band or wedding ring. That's transactional. It starts out with me having to pay for dinner because you expect me to pay for dinner on the first date. That's transactional. If I can't talk to you, if I don't like your company, I'm not hitting it ever. And if I wanted to spend that kind of money to be with someone, I can buy it. Period. There is nothing a woman can offer me that can't be bought. Now, that sounds really harsh, but women talk about us like that all the time. It's just harsh because they don't like looking in that mirror either. There's nothing a woman can offer me that I can't buy. Babies, eggs, cooking, good sex, all that stuff can be purchased. And the richer I am, the more you know that I'm right. That's what makes me more attractive when you're wealthy, because they know they don't need your ass. You don't need them.
Yeah, man.
So again, if the first 2, if you aren't good enough as a woman to make the first 2 happen, the third one's not happening, and the last one certainly doesn't matter. So that is my order. That was the easiest question ever, but it was a great question.
Thank you. So, it's very interesting. So Dre and KB Yako put up theirs. Still waiting on Moco Cowboy and anybody else who out there, because I know some of y'all put y'all stuff like y'all be hiding. So, of course, cooking was last, and sex was third, which I truly expected. Now, the communication in the company was flipped depending on who you were talking to. And for me, I would definitely say last is cooking, obviously. Once again, the sex will be third, because if you ain't got the first 2, sex, we're not in a relationship. You just hoeing. Or I'm paying for you, and that's not a relationship. Well, let me change that. It could be a relationship, but as you say, it's a transactional relationship, just like most relationships are, except that's like real transactional. So feelings should not be involved in that. Even though they happen, they should not be. And yeah, for me, if I can't talk to you, the company's not even happening. Like, we're not keeping good company because I can't talk to you. Like, if you dumb as a box of rocks, well, what are we doing? I
love that when people say dumb as a box of rocks.
I'm just saying, man, like, I can't do that with you. Because look, if your sex is good, if the sex is good, we ain't talking. So I ain't trying to spend no time around you. All I need you for is sex. I might as well go ahead and pay for the girlfriend experience. At least I'll get the first 3. I don't need her ass to cook, but the girlfriend experience gives me everything, which is a transactional, and hopefully I say nobody catches feelings. But you know what? If you're going to catch feelings for the girlfriend experience, that's your dumbass fault, because you know that you paying for this on purpose, so you shouldn't be catching no feelings. The only feelings you should be catching is hopefully you ain't spending all your damn money on the girlfriend experience, and you ain't got no damn girlfriend. You just got some girl that you pay to hang out with you. And I agree with you, AG. If I'm gonna do all that, I'm going to Magic City at least to get to see some athletics. Look, man, if I'm gonna put you through school, like, you gonna work for this shit, like, and it's a whole lot cheaper.
Well, it can be. It can be, but really, what it boils down to me is when I add them up, it's the same money.
Yeah, but if you go real talk, if you get 100, if you go to the bank, you get 100 ones, and you good with your money like that. If you throw 100 ones out, you broke. You just getting up and leaving any damn way. Now the problem is when you go back into the wallet, that's when you've become boo boo the fool. Because if you ever got to pull out plastic in an establishment like that, you already fucked. And that's just what it is.
Well, if you're using an American Express card, you get
I don't care if you're using
the same as cash.
I don't care if you're using your green dot card. If you got to pull out plastic, you have become boo boo the fool, and I can't mess with you. You go with the cat. That's why you go to that's why they have ATMs in the spot.
Well, that does count as plastic.
No, because if you got to go to ATM, you might as well ATM your ass on home. Because you have gone over your budget. And that's not how it should work.
I didn't know we had a whole budget.
Bruh. If you don't have a whole budget, if you don't have a whole budget, you already messing up.
What? Oh, I don't even have a whole. Did I ever have a whole budget? No,
yeah, because
you had a whole budget.
Because you ain't got no hoes. If you ask one of your friends, hey, you got a whole budget, and they say yeah, that means they got hoes.
Is that what it means?
Why would you're not gonna have a whole budget for your wife or your significant other? That's a wife budget. That's a completely different budget.
My wife is actually the budget.
Hey, there we go. But if you gotta take some of that budget,
I got holes in a different area codes.
Man, Dre, you got shit. So, but still, man, it's one of those things, man. Look, that's what it is, man. You go to the bank, whatever you pull out, $100, $300, $500, bro, that's it for you. And then if you walk in there and you blow $500 in a strip club, get the fuck out. You can't even buy no beer. Hell, you probably can't buy a bottle. They probably don't give you bottled water for cheap. Because if you got to go get that plastic.
If you go in there with $500, at least keep $100 for the wings, man. You gotta have wings.
First of all, the wings don't cost $100 damn. If they do, they better be good as shit.
I'm not saying.
I mean, they better be if you want to pepper
I can eat a lot of wings, man. I can eat a lot of wings,
bruh.
Just as long as that lady doesn't bend over and in front of my wings, man. I can't after that, bro.
I mean, if she farts in them, then yes, that's a messed up.
See, that's what I'm afraid of. That's why I don't go to strip clubs, man. Somebody but jump out of there.
Hold on, Flair. You don't go to strip clubs because you're scared that chick's gonna fart in your wings.
Let me tell you a story. The one and only time I've been.
Stop it! I can't even let that pass, man.
Why?
I can't even let that pass.
I can't see the story.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you tell your story. I need you to come with a better reason than that. I know your wife is right there, but I need you to come with a way better reason than that.
I told her this story too, and it's so. And there's a few people out there that can verify.
Oh my god!
The one time I went to a strip club once, I didn't even want to go, but they said, "Man, you got to go." I said, "Okay, let me just experience."
Which one?
There's a strip club on
Is it in Virginia?
Yeah, on not Diamond Springs.
In Virginia Beach?
I think this might be considered Norfolk, but it's close to Virginia Beach.
JB's Galleries of Girls?
It might have been. But anyway, I walked in, man, and they wanted me to sit up front. I had no desire to sit up front. They said, "Come on, man, sit up front of the stage." I was like, "Oh my god, it felt so nasty in there." So I was like, "Okay." So I got a Snapple, and actually the most beautiful woman in there was the bartender. She was smoking hot.
All the hot chicks are the bartenders. They ain't got to take off their clothes.
Apparently that's true because the one, man, I was like, wow, she's beautiful. Anyway, she gave me a Snapple. I went over and I sat down.
Hold on, I gave you a what?
A Snapple.
They had a Snapple in there?
It's a bar. They got a lot of stuff.
Bro. I appreciate Moco Cowboy so much right now.
Dude, I mean, I was getting ready to go to work, man. I wasn't going to be drinking anyway.
Oh my God.
Like I said, and I didn't even like alcohol like that for real. I hadn't experienced Mike Hard Lemonade yet. So
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
like I said, I'm sitting up front at the stage, right? So I
Wow,
open up the
sit
bottle.
front at the stage.
Well, let me tell the story. So I sat up front. I put my drink down on the little ledge, right? So the lady comes out. She wasn't very attractive. I wasn't feeling it at all. And then it was like, she was like, yeah, no. And then she turned around. She did a little shimmy and she bent over. I put the cap back on my Snapple, said, I'm going to see y'all at work. This is nasty. Peace.
So she put her ass in your face?
No, she just like turned around and bent over at the middle of the stage. I was on the edge of the stage, so it wasn't in our face, but it was in plain view. I promise you, I thought someone was going to jump out of there into my drink. I promise you, I did.
Oh man, she's a terrible stripper.
Well, she didn't get nothing in my drink. Put the cap right back on.
Well,
I don't play that.
man,
What?
I'm sorry. First of all, I apologize for such horrible stripper service that you had this location because it's not good.
It was just an icky place, man. It was like, ew.
Look, man, let me help you out.
What?
A lot of them are icky places.
Okay, I thought it was just that way.
No,
It was like in the middle of the day. It was like because I hooked up with my boys like before work, and we had to be at work at 5, so this had to be like 3, but between 3 and 4 o'clock.
So, what been in New Orleans? Down the strip.
Yeah.
Me and my boys, we walked into this. I like to call it a strip joint, but it only had like one stripper in it. So, and she was all like 95 pounds, like 6'2", like 55 years old, and she had an eye patch.
Oh no! Are you kidding?
I'm not lying to you, man.
God.
An eye patch, and it was a 1 drink minimum.
So you had to buy a drink to see that,
bro.
No,
and
you're not. No one's going to talk about my Snapple ever again.
Hold on, man. Oh no, this is the greatest. Then she came over to one of my boys and was like, "Would you like a lap dance?" He looked at her, and I swear to God, he was so nice about it. He's like, "No, thank you. Me and my friends are about to leave in a second." Okay, if you decided you want to change your mind, she turned around, slapped her butt, and walked off.
The 55-year-old butt.
Yes.
The 6'2" and 92 pounds.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she was super skinny with an eye patch. Don't forget the eye patch.
Oh my God.
And so,
dirty ladies.
I mean, yeah. Man.
So you mean to tell me? Hold up.
Disgusting,
So
man.
you mean to tell me a damn Pirates from the Caribbean lady walked up to you?
She walked up to me. No. I was like, "What in the blue hell?"
Look, I bet her name was Jacqueline Sparrow.
I didn't ask too many questions. Man, I think I said more with my eyes than I did with my mouth. I said I wanted a beer. That was like $6. Yeah, man, we got our drink and got up out of there.
Oh
so God. But then I've been to places where literally, you have to put a card on file to go in. And one of my friends had a black card. Yes, I have friends who have black cards. He put his black card on file, and she didn't have a peg leg.
Had a peg leg too. Did she have a sword?
No, she just had an eye patch.
She wanted to make you want to play for real, though.
She had an eye patch, and she didn't do any of the cool stuff they did on P Valley. However, we went to this one place called the Gold Club. Bro, it wasn't down there. That was somewhere else. And yeah, man, I mean, it was like 9 o'clock at night, so they had the B team out, There's a lot of.
Wait a minute. So when does the A team come out?
The A team comes out at like midnight, 1 o'clock.
Oh, I didn't know there was I didn't know.
If you're there during the day, we just testing these chicks out.
Oh no! Well, actually, what I was saying was I thought the A team would be at prime time between 7 and 9. That's why I said that.
No, that's TV prime time, my friend.
Oh, strip club prime time is after 12. My bad. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to program nothing. Direct TV stream and whatnot. I wasn't trying to Netflix the hoes or nothing.
Nah, man. I mean, from what I understand, Like now,
Oh, don't even try that, man.
I'm
Don't even
pretty.
try that right now.
Hey man, from what I understand, it's between 12 and 2.
No, from
However,
what you understand,
depending
for
on
what you know, you have no more plausible deniability in
first
this.
of all, I haven't been to that many strip clubs in my life. God, I'm not a strip club aficionado or anything.
Well, you
I
just
mean, I've
sounded
just been
like
to a
one.
couple. I mean,
You
because I've
just
been to
sounded
a
like one.
couple. I've been to some really bad ones. I'm really some really good ones. I haven't been to Magic City yet because I don't live in Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure I need real money to get into there. So, yeah, but nah, man, it's you know, that's an interesting place. That's the first place I ever went when they had women from different countries.
Understood.
That's when I knew this was like a B plus A level gentleman's club. When you have international women, like Russian, Ukrainian, blonde hair, blue eye, like when you have those, yeah, but that's when you in a place that your wallet cannot really afford. And I went there with my $30 and spent none of it on them. I got drinks. That was enough. So
we went from a great question to talking about hoes.
I mean, different area codes, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But hey, man, but you got to understand. It's like, I guess what this does is it's entertaining because there are a whole lot of people out here, a whole lot of, I would say people, men and women, who expect their significant other to be this impossible thing, and it's not. Like, you can't be 22, dropped out of college, and expect to be with some rich dude who's got like buku money and you don't bring nothing to the table. And then you can't be a dude expecting to get a young lady who works at a library and goes to church and expect to be the biggest freak under the sun when y'all having sex. That's not realistic. And if it is, let me know where they at so I can go get me one. But at this point in time, that's not realistic. And it's so important for us to realize that. Hey man, yeah, you have this idea of what you want your significant other to be. But when it's all said and done, follow your heart. And your friends joking on you. Because if you're joking on you and you marry that person, that's probably not a good look. Just saying. I mean, yeah. But that's just me. All right. What's on your mind, AG?
Well, kind of like what we were just talking about. Ladies, presentation is everything. If you are wondering why you can't get none, presentation is everything. If you are wondering why your man don't take you nowhere, it's not always because he's trifling. It's not always because he ain't paying attention. Presentation is everything. Because I guarantee you, 7 out of the 10 stories I hear about women not getting what they want from their spouse or partner, I'm sure, I am positive that there is I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to wear that. Why I got to do all that? Well, presentation.
Bitch, please. Oh, excuse
me. Presentation is everything. So when your man cheats on you, because it's going to happen, or leaves you, one of the two or both, and you say, what does she have or he have that I don't have? He or she's not going to tell you because they're trying to save your feelings, but I promise you it's a mile long. Now you can keep acting like you working in the union, talking about this ain't my job, but pay me $10 more an hour. Because I'm telling you, your job's going to be going to Mexico. Presentation, ladies, is everything. And that's what's on my mind.
Ooh. Speak. Preach. Because you best believe there are certain women that will never get to see my family. Lord knows. I don't care how much we do whatever. You're not going to put me out in front. No. It is never that kind of party. Never.
Never?
Never.
Ever?
Ever. Yeah. If you say that ain't me, it's probably you. So, yeah, but you ain't gonna make me look like an idiot in front of my peeps. Hell to the no.
Wow, that's a lot of no.
I mean, AG, you know the family. Stop playing.
I do.
Man, I wish I
You
would
better bring the heat. Better bring the
I
heat.
wish I would bring some non-connecting with Ruben person up in there. Shit.
Just the one word. Just
That's
the one
it.
shit.
Hey, man, that's enough, man. And I got two sides of the family.
You're not wrong.
See,
and I think the Sturdivant family is a little bit more harsh.
A little bit.
I'm just saying.
I love my family.
Is,
I love both my families, man. I love both my families. But yo, man, the Brown family, they nicer.
I figured.
However, that don't mean I ain't gonna get talked about.
Oh, they'll talk about you behind your back for sure.
Oh, easy, all day, and I love them. But Sturv family, nah, man, they talk about you right to the face, man. I've seen it too many times, bro.
Understood.
No, Lord. They still talking about the one from 10 years ago, and I need them to stop talking about that. Lord knows what would happen if I brought another one around. We already married by the time they see them. That's just what it is. I ain't got time. Because what's not gonna happen is they're gonna bring up old stuff. Nope. You're not embarrassing me. No, Lord.
They'll find a way.
No, they'll try. But I would have already, man. That's why you got to have that conversation on the way to the event. You got to set her up for success. You cannot put her in a bad situation. And any dude or any person that puts their significant other in a bad situation when they meet family, shame on you. That shit's your fault. Yep, that shit's your fault. Because if you don't tell them how Aunt somebody says some stuff and tell them, hey, whatever they say, just smile, shake your head, keep pushing. But you know your girl, like, or your significant other, like to get off the rocket. No, man, that shit's your fault. That shit's your fault. Your fault. Because if you're trying to be with this person, that is not the first nor the last time they're gonna see them. Or they not gonna be with me. That's just what it is. I mean, you got one time, man. You got one time. Man, hell to the no. I know I've talked about this numerous times on this show, and I will continue to talk about it. No,
I didn't mean to trigger you, man.
I'm sorry you triggered me. Because I've seen it. No, Lord, kept my brother's wedding. That's all I got to say about that. But what's on my mind? A couple things. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for listening, even though it's a little bit early. But, I do have to say, one of my cousins passed away on Friday. She listened to the show. However, she had a bout with cancer. So I'm happy that she is no longer in pain. And, she's my cousin. I love her, that sort of thing, because it's family. Regardless of whatever happens, you always love family, and that's just what it is. So shout out to her. I'm glad that she's in a better place with no pain. And yeah, man, other than that, all I'm going to say is thank you. So with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody who listened to the show today. I'd like to thank everybody who will be listening to the podcast a little bit later. Thank you, Dre. Next week's going to be interesting because both AG and Moby won't be here. So I had to go bring out some guns for next week. I'm going to be here, and I got two of my former compadres who will be on the show next week. So I'm not telling you who they are. I'm going to tell you right now, it is going to be worth to listen. But so join us next week for a special episode of 5 Minute Warning, episode 140. Wow. 140. Bro, we almost had 3 years. I'm getting scared.
Scared of what?
Nothing. I just felt like saying that.
Oh,
But nah, man. You know, once again, like thank the people on the board today. Thank you for everyone who listened, didn't say anything. Once again, thank you to people who will be listening on the podcast that will come out either Thursday or Friday. Once again, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell somebody about us because of you, this show is as successful as it is and even more successful, and we appreciate it. So, as we do normally, you know, we will see you next week. Brand new show, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. Love, peace, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of